The melodramatic symphony of cultural dissonance, as observed through Charleston White's incendiary reaction to the BET Awards, is a revelatory microcosm of the broader tensions within the entertainment industry.
Oh man, I ain't watched the BET Awards in years, but I didn't tune in for this. Man, to tell them to take that over there to the CMA Music Award. This is the BET Award. Man, don't bring that here, man. Man, we hip-hop, baby. We don't want, man, fuck Beyonce and country music and a boot scoop with wicks. Man, that already gave us a whole first half of women, and now they done come with this. Man, we need to boycott the BET Award. Man, where Jeezy and ESTG at? Who a little baby them? Boss Man D-Lo. What's the big man? Big Extra Plug. Man, Jimmy, man, Boot Scoop. Man, some honky tonk. Man, it's the man. I knew it. Man, Big Mike talking about this. Man, we say, listen, I understand they want to follow Beyonce. But man, I don't know that. Man, we don't want to hear no motherfucking country music. Who is this? Man, what? Man, listen, it ain't making political. Man, listen, don't bring politics to no entertainment, man. Man, this some bull. Man, fuck BET. Man, it's some bull.
White's vitriolic critique, marked by an unyielding disdain for the perceived encroachment of non-hip-hop elements into a traditionally hip-hop domain, underscores a fervent defense of cultural purity. His impassioned rebuke against the incorporation of country music, epitomized by the likes of Beyoncé's ventures into this genre, elucidates a broader discourse on the sanctity of cultural spaces and the resistance to their dilution. White's commentary reveals an underlying apprehension about the erosion of hip-hop's authenticity. In a world where cross-genre collaborations are increasingly common, his stance represents a countercurrent, advocating for a return to the roots and essence of hip-hop. The presence of country music at the BET Awards, in White's view, is not merely a stylistic divergence but a symbolic intrusion, challenging the very identity of the awards and what they stand for. This perspective is not uncommon among purists who see the blending of genres as a threat to the integrity of their cultural heritage. The notion of boycotting the BET Awards, as suggested by White, is emblematic of a broader call to action against perceived cultural appropriation. This reactionary stance highlights the tensions between preserving cultural identity and embracing artistic evolution. By invoking the names of hip-hop stalwarts like Jeezy, ESTG, and others, White underscores the need for a reaffirmation of hip-hop's foundational figures and values. His insistence on a return to the genre's core artists and themes is a clarion call for maintaining the purity and distinctiveness of hip-hop. In his critique, White juxtaposes the authenticity of hip-hop with the perceived inauthenticity of country music's presence at the BET Awards. This dichotomy speaks to a deeper cultural divide, one that pits traditionalism against modernity and purity against hybridity. White's rhetoric, while polarizing, taps into a sentiment shared by many who fear that the incorporation of disparate elements could dilute the potency of hip-hop's message and cultural significance. The invocation of boot scoot and honky tonk in White's diatribe is a pointed critique of the incongruity he perceives between country music and the BET Awards' historical focus on hip-hop and R&B. His colorful language and vivid imagery serve to underscore his disdain for what he views as an unwelcome intrusion into a sacred cultural space. This reaction is reflective of a broader resistance to the blending of genres, particularly when such blending is seen as compromising the integrity of a culturally significant platform. White's lamentation over the absence of prominent hip-hop figures at the BET Awards further underscores his concern about the shifting focus of the event. By questioning the exclusion of artists like Big Xtra Plug and Bossman D-Lo, he highlights a perceived disconnect between the awards and the community they purport to represent. This critique resonates with broader concerns about the commercialization and mainstreaming of cultural events, which can often lead to the marginalization of their original constituencies. The political undertones of White's commentary cannot be ignored. His admonition against the politicization of entertainment is a reflection of a broader sentiment that sees the encroachment of political agendas as detracting from the pure enjoyment and celebration of artistic expression. This perspective is not without its critics, who argue that art and politics are inherently intertwined, and that cultural platforms have a responsibility to address social issues. However, White's call for a separation of entertainment and politics speaks to a desire for an unadulterated celebration of culture, free from external influences. White's reaction to the BET Awards is also indicative of the larger discourse on cultural gatekeeping. His vehement opposition to the incorporation of country music reflects a broader anxiety about who gets to define and participate in cultural spaces. This gatekeeping mentality, while aimed at preserving cultural integrity, can also be exclusionary, preventing the evolution and diversification of artistic expression. The tension between preserving tradition and embracing change is a perennial issue in cultural discourse, and White's stance is a manifestation of this ongoing struggle. The fervor with which White defends the sanctity of the BET Awards is a testament to the deep emotional and cultural significance of the event. For many, the BET Awards represent more than just an awards show, they are a celebration of Black culture and excellence. White's reaction underscores the importance of maintaining this focus, and his critique can be seen as a call to honor the event's original mission and values. This perspective resonates with those who view the BET Awards as a critical platform for showcasing the richness and diversity of Black artistic talent. White's commentary also sheds light on the broader societal implications of cultural events like the BET Awards. By challenging the inclusion of country music, he is also challenging broader societal trends towards homogenization and the erasure of cultural distinctions. His defense of hip-hop's unique cultural space is a defense of cultural diversity and the right of marginalized communities to celebrate their own achievements on their own terms. This perspective is particularly relevant in an era where cultural appropriation and the commodification of culture are increasingly contentious issues. The intersection of entertainment and identity is a central theme in White's critique. His reaction to the BET Awards is not just about music, it is about the preservation of cultural identity in the face of external pressures. This intersection is a critical area of discourse in contemporary society, where the lines between cultural celebration and cultural commodification are often blurred. White's stance highlights the need for a nuanced understanding of these dynamics and a commitment to preserving the authenticity of cultural expressions.